I'm craving water. You ain't pregnant, you're thirsty.
Physical struggles, high-risk lifestyle choices, and other mystery conditions that desperately need to be checked out by a medical professional. These are the medical journeys of morbidly obese people as they attempt to save their own lives. Remember that these are stories and struggles of real people. It's important to lead with empathy. All right, let's dive right in.
So what brings you here today?
I want to see if I can conceive.
Okay.
I want to make sure everything's healthy down there.
Okay, so good. She's going to the doctor. She's getting checked out. She wants to conceive, basically meaning that she wants to have a baby, make a baby.
I had a IUD put in.
Oh, you did? When was that?
It needed to be taken out in 2016.
Oh,
So
wow.
it's still in.
An IUD is an intrauterine device, basically is a type of birth control that is placed within the uterus itself, and it's a procedure that's done in the office. The most common kind is one that typically stays in about 5 years and then needs to be removed and a new one can be placed in. So the fact that it's in there either an extra 7 years or an extra 2 years, that's a little bit of concern.
Are you sexually active right now? No. Okay. Okay. Why is that?
Well, he's in a different state.
Oh, well, that's a problem.
See? We ask this because are you able to have a kid? Are you doing the act to make a baby? Are you thinking about a surrogate? Different scenarios. Understanding the individual's relationship with their partner is important to know. Okay, are you looking to conceive now? Do you want to conceive in a couple months? That sort of thing.
When was the last time that you had a period?
I don't remember.
You don't remember. Okay.
There could be a slight chance I might be pregnant now.
So the individual doesn't know exactly when she had her menstrual period. When you are on birth control or any type of hormone type therapy, it will interact with your cycle.
I've been craving weird things that I'm not.
Normally craving?
Yeah,
And now you crave it.
like water.
some of it
I'm
could
craving
be-
water.
Yeah.
You ain't pregnant, you're thirsty.
Interesting conversation. When somebody gets pregnant, yes, sometimes cravings change. It's good to be aware of changes, but craving water is our basic body signals say that you're dehydrated.
I would just eat until I'm dead, probably. A normal day for me is wake up around 12, figure out something I'm gonna eat immediately. TV, video games, bed. It's not a lot of activity.
So I appreciate them sharing, but I'm also very worried for these individuals. We know for a fact that having this much body mass will significantly reduce your life expectancy because of all the other things that happen to your body.
I've always been a big kid. Out of high school, I was probably 300 something pounds.
Part of that is our own mindsets of like, this is my identity. My identity is I'm always big. So that's one thing that would be helpful and part of the process of is re-identifying who you are or how you see yourself.
But then I got out of school, got a couple jobs at a couple restaurants. I ate at them. I was probably around 500 pounds then.
Wow.
It was just getting too difficult to work.
And talking about 500 pounds in a quit his job because it was too difficult, most likely too difficult getting around, moving, increasing shortness of breath, pain to the body, pain to the joints. Our skeletons are all very similar. And so to be able to hold that mass, it's going to cause a lot of breakdown and pain.
So I bathe outside this trough currently because
Poor
I
guy.
cannot physically bathe in a sit-down bathtub or stand-up shower area.
It's really hard to watch in a sense from a medical standpoint that this gentleman literally can't bathe inside his house and has to use a big trough.
It gets old, and I get tired of it, and he should be more active, but he's not. He's just there.
His dad is doing a lot for him and supporting him. You get to the point where your circumference is so large that your arms are only so big and you can't reach, but there are devices out there to help reach certain areas.
40-year-old Dan Morer suffers from a mysterious medical condition that has taken over his life. For the last 7 years, his testicle sac has been growing uncontrollably.
Wow. Okay, so that is a massive scrotum. He's got it bandaged up and tightened, so I wonder if it's just to hold pressure on there to prevent it from expanding. But let's see what they're describing.
I'm constantly in pain, and it's a lot of weight on your back.
In a desperate attempt to slow down the scrotum's growth, Mindy and Dan wrap the mass in compression bandages.
So because of all the weight down low, his body's being pulled forward. And so he has to be able to pull back. And that's why he's describing there's a lot of pain to his back, increase the risk of having a slipped disc, degenerative joint disease in the spinal column in itself. And then depending on if this is massive hernias of intestines in there, is it fluid accumulation, will determine how you end up treating it. Is it something called lymphedema? Different surgical options might be available, might not be.
We use the bandages to try to stop it growing further, but we also use the bandages to try to like break it up a little bit so it might get smaller.
I really, really hope these individuals are seeking medical care. One thing I can say is a lot of individuals try to take care of these abnormal medical conditions on their own without seeking medical help, that then there ends up being a medical problem that is really hard to treat at this point. He really just needs to go see, 1, a bariatric surgeon, 2, a urologist, and get imaging of this and see what's actually there.
Decided to go ahead and move to Houston. But I'm terrified. I haven't been out the house in years, and I haven't been in a car in even longer.
So even the fact that you haven't been out of the house, man, that's tough. Getting up, moving, walking a block can do so much in your path to reducing body weight.
So EMTs are coming to help me with all that.
Wow.
But I'm a little nervous about it because it's been a long time since I've been out of this apartment.
Wow. No judgments. It's literally a logistical problem of like, how do you get somebody who's this much weight out the door into a vehicle and without hurting yourself as an individual? I know at the hospital I work at, we have different lift machines, so that way people don't hurt their backs, injure themselves, and are chronically then in pain because they're trying to help an individual move.
So I just hope that there are no issues and it all goes well.
Yeah, just stay right there. Okay. Get the stretcher in and get you moving.
Okay, cool. It's embarrassing to have all of this just to be able to leave my apartment.
So it's really interesting that like how you got to that position to where you can't make a step.
Passing the head. Got it. Good. Keep going.
I mean, she's able to move and rotate. Maybe there's something significantly wrong with the joints. Maybe there's been a fracture. Maybe she can't function because there's an instability of the joints, the hips or the knees or the ankles. And that could be a reason why as well. A lot of these individuals, it didn't happen overnight. It took many, many years to get to the point where they're at. So you have to realize that it's going to take time to get that off of your body as well. But anyways, if you guys want to see me do more on this show, let me know in the comments. And as always, check out this playlist right here, binge watch everything for me. And please subscribe, turn on your bell notifications, and hit that like button for me. Thank you so much for watching, and stay healthy, my friends.